Obama sat down with NBC today, and here's what he hopes his personal $850 million monument to himself it achieves for us all.
I think it's a reminder of what America is. There's no doubt that we are going through a period right now of disruption, polarization. That's caused, I think, people to feel as if our democracy, our civic habits and virtues, our shared understanding of how we treat each other has started to crumble.
I don't know about that. That is a pretty bold claim for anyone to state, especially the former president. The only thing I can think of when I heard that statement like that is this. If people feel that way, you did this. Barack Obama, you did. When did the temperature really turn up in our country? Look, you know, it's always heated in politics. And the next election is always the biggest one of our lives. In a big way, it is. It's the next election. You know, it's always the one that is going to determine what comes next for us in our country. So I get that. But when did this era that we are currently in, when did it start? Well, I think it started when President Trump got into office and then immediately found out that he was under investigation. And that investigation started under the Obama administration. And then the next thing you knew, there was the Robert Mueller investigation, Russia, 2 impeachments. And then fast forward years later, multiple assassination attempts on President Trump's life, one in which he was actually shot in the head in Butler, Pennsylvania. Obama and the left beating this drum that Americans have this belief that the sky is falling under President Trump because they are still so out of touch with the American people. And I'll say this. I know a lot of you watching tonight believe what President Trump is doing, what his DOJ is doing, how he is weeding out DEI mandates in schools and private companies, securing the border. The war in Iran is cleaning up a mess that was left behind. You know, we don't think things are crumbling, but rather being restored to where they should be, right? Democrats and Obama just can't believe there are millions of people in this country that don't think the way that they think. They are stunned by that. So while they are out of office, they paint the country like it is some doomsday scenario. And that's actually why President Trump is in office, because instead of listening to Americans, they always try and talk down to you. They don't want you to remember, as Carl just stated, when they left us rampant inflation, to fund the police movements, open borders, illegals committing all kinds of crimes, raping women, killing women, teaching kids trans stuff, men and women's sports. It is a litany of things that goes on and on. But now they have the Obama Presidential Center, the new mecca for the left to go celebrate at, the $850 million monstrosity that you see there in the south side of Chicago, where they celebrated Obama. And here's how it was described on CNN.
This was like church for liberals. It was. Everybody was dressed in their Sunday finest.
Church. Bono from U2, he was there. I'm sure the people of Southside Chicago really connect with him. They share a lot in values, I'm sure. Gavin Newsom, he was there. He apparently cried. He was so moved.
When they walked upstairs, they said they were crying the whole time. And I looked at him. I said, I'm good. Got up there, literally started tearing up.
Joe Biden, he was there and apparently looking for his granddaughter.
Look at my granddaughter.
Poor Joe. I kind of almost hate to make fun of him at this point. It is bad.